Hi everyone, welcome to update 4 of my low buy year. In this year, I am following the underconsumption trend, although I've been trying to follow it for many years, as you may know, given how old my channel is, off and on. But this year, I've really made a concerted effort to accomplish a low buy year. So for this year, I have the rule of 12, which means that I am only allowed to buy 12 play makeup items. And by play makeup items, I mean blush, lipstick, highlighter, anything that I already have too much of in my collection, but I still want the freedom to be able to purchase, to keep myself from binge buying, which is what I've done in the past, where I've just bought, I don't know, 20, 30, maybe sometimes items of makeup that I totally don't need. I figured if I limit it to 12 items, at least I get to play but not go overboard. So that's the reasoning behind my rule of 12. Now, given that it's the 4th update, it's been 4 months into my low buy year, and I'm filming just a few weeks after the Sephora sales event in the spring. So let me give you an entire update. So, so far, from the start of January 1st, I have not bought anything. I have not bought anything beauty related whatsoever. So it's essentially been a no buy. And I'm very proud of that. As I've said in my past updates, usually every year by now, by 4 months into it, 4.5 months into it, I likely would have achieved the Rouge status at Sephora, which, as many of you may know, means you've spent $1,000. And I'm not proud to admit that. I'm not showing off. It's just the reality of my purchasing behavior. And that's why I'm doing these projects to try to change my behavior, and I'm very happy to report that I have. However, and also in addition to that, I didn't even participate in this spring sales event. You guys, if you're any of my family and friends in real life, you would know that this was basically a superhuman feat. I have never ever not participated in a Sephora sales event since Sephora opened, since I joined as inside whatever rewards member. So I cannot remember the last time that I skipped the sale. In fact, I know I never skipped the sale. So round of applause for me, please. I know it's kind of silly to celebrate that, but I'm very proud of myself that I skipped the sale very intentionally. And then I discovered a secret. So for those of you who were like me, just so you know, this is almost a shopping hack, although I don't want to encourage you to shop. But so what happened is I skipped on the sale. And then I don't know if they only did this year or maybe in past years, because I wouldn't know, because I never skipped the sale. So those of you who have, please let me know. But I am Rouge from last year's purchases, Rouge status. And I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But anyway, once I skipped it, they actually sent me an offer for another 20% off coupon that says, you skipped the sale, you missed the sale. Do you want to, here's a final chance at 20% off. So I had a full week or two of 20% off than regular people, because I assume if you didn't skip the sale, you wouldn't have gotten that coupon. So in the past, I know Rouge members have complained that when it was our turn to shop, lots of on sale items were not good. We didn't get a lot of new releases during that time. It was almost like on purpose from Sephora. So if you were to, or if I were to skip the sale, you get a chance to get the 20% off that no one else has the chance to. And maybe that's when the new releases have come in. That's when some popular sales items come in, and then you can kind of stack the 20% on top of that. So that might be a hack, although it's a hack that I'm discovering too late, because obviously I don't want to take advantage of any sales. I will say, once they sent me that, I did purchase this, although I didn't even use that coupon, to be 100% honest. I really didn't use the coupon, but I forgot that I needed a toner really badly. So I actually paid full price for this toner, but I did receive, or I took advantage of one of their sort of deluxe gifts. So they often have a deluxe gift on the app. And so if you were to spend above usually $30, you get like a gift. So I desperately needed the toner, which I didn't know I was running out of. And that was right after the 20% coupon expired. So I had to buy this full price, but at least I got like a free gift. I think it was like a body lotion or something. But anyway, I don't mind. It was, you know, I missed saving probably $6, $4. It's not a big deal. But this is the first beauty purchase I ever made this year. And it's definitely a repurchase. I went without this toner for weeks because I thought I had a new one. I just was too lazy to go into my stash. And when I went into my stash, I realized I didn't have a new one. So anyway, all of that is to say this is the first beauty purchase of the year. This is not one of the 12 because my 12 allotments are for play makeup. And this is certainly not play makeup. This is a kind of a boring skincare refill. It's a Vinyl Clean from Caudalie Moisturizing Toner, Organic Rose Water. I love it, love it, love it. This is my holy grail toner. So that's that. And that's it. I have not made any one of the 12 that I'm allowed to buy purchases. I will say I'm still eyeing the Tarte Aspen Olvard palette. And like I said, I think I will buy it. Especially because I don't know how long it's staying around for. If I knew it was permanent, I would definitely wait. I would definitely wait till even December. But because I don't know when it's going to be sold out, there's still a bit of FOMO in that. And I talked about wanting this palette last update, so go check out my last one on why. But so I think I will be pulling the trigger probably before the next update, but we will see. So that is one purchase that I may pull the trigger on. Some other new releases that caught my eye is Hourglass. So I'm sure you guys have heard. It's been celebrated all over the internet that they have finally come out with customizable face palettes, but it's a quad for now, and it's not available in Canada, which really saved me because I'm in Canada, so I can't get it anyway. But so I'll take you through my thought process on that. So when I first heard about it, I just, like everybody else, I was like, oh my gosh, that's going to be one of my purchases for this year. I love Hourglass. I know their products inside out. I can use them up. You know, all of that justification is in my head. I have a new Mood Exposure that expired. I really want back in a mini size. I'm definitely doing this. And to be able to customize what I want in the palette, I already know what I like from them, shade by shade, in every category. So it was a no-brainer in my head. And as time went on, I thought to myself, why? Why, Teresa? Why? You have 3 Hourglass face palettes. 3. Do you know how long it'll take to use all this up? I'm currently trying to pan 3 shades in here, which I won't open to show you my progress. But if you know my Pan That Face palette series, I'm trying to pan half of this. I'm trying to pan this in my travel capsule project. So, and it's taking forever, obviously. This will last me years. Why did I think I needed one? Why was I so certain I wanted to buy one? When there's, there's 18 separate shades from Hourglass right in here that I love, that I bought. Why? So anyway, I'm not buying it. Not that it's available in Canada, but even if it was, I would have talked myself out of it because, you know, cooler heads have prevailed. But I wanted to take you through my mentality. I absolutely wanted one at the beginning when I first heard the news. But when you sit with it and rationalize it, and you realize you don't want it. Or at least I realized I don't want it. Especially given the fact that I bought these palettes because they have the perfect placements already of things that I like. So they are already curated and customized by Hourglass for me. That's why I bought them, because I thought I liked the arrangement. That's what I would have picked for myself. If I really want Mood Exposure, I'll buy a mini of the Mood Exposure someday. You know, or if I use up 2 of these, then we'll talk about it. But for now, that's a definite no. But they almost got me. I mean, not that it's available in Canada, but they almost got me. So, yeah, so I'm not availing myself of that purchase. So that's it in terms of the low buy update. I'm still staying strong. I'm very proud of myself. You know, I am just going to keep chugging along, and let's see at the end how we do. A new rule I wanted to add to this challenge is that, and you may see it in my title, is if I buy it, I pan it. And what I mean by that is I'm preparing for the purchases that I will be making this year out of the 12, and I realized that through doing project panning, just how long it takes to pan a product. I mean, it takes forever. Even when you think you're about to finish something, it still takes weeks and months to finish it. So if I were to bring in something new, even for play, I want to be strict with myself and set some kind of rules. So depending on the product, if it's a lipstick or a blush or whatnot, highlighter, or eyeshadow, I want to set a usage goal or a hit pan goal or some type of goal so that I don't just buy things willy-nilly. So for example, I really want the Lawless lip gloss. I really like it. I tried a sample of it. It's beautiful, and I don't have anything like it in my collection. Even though I have probably over 100 lipsticks, I don't have one in my collection like it, and I really want it. I've been wanting it for several years, actually. So if I were to buy it, I would either have to pan that the entire next year, or let's say pan half of it or something like that to sort of really drive home the point that, okay, Teresa, you wanted to buy this, you better be using it a lot. You may not have to use it up, but you better be using it. For the Tarte Aspen Ovard palette, if I were to buy it, I would likely set up a rule of 30 uses per shade of every shade in that palette, because once again, if I'm buying it this year, I need to use it this year, and I need to use it often to know if I like it or not, and to be able to get my money's worth. So that's going to be my new rule going forward, that if I buy something new, I have to set a panning goal on it. It can be a gentle one, it can be a usage goal, but it needs to be a panning goal to keep myself even more accountable so that I don't just buy something willy-nilly. So I think it'll be a fun rule to add to this series. Now, normally I would go into my empties for the rest of the month and my reverse rouge challenge as well as part of the series, but I found that I'm rushing through it in these low buy updates because, I've already talked for so long during the intro and all of that. So I've decided to separate that. So you will be seeing my reverse rouge series in a separate video. So stay tuned for that. Please let me know in the comments how you're doing with your low buy or no buy, and let's stay strong together and save ourselves some money and still have fun with our own collections. Thanks again. I will see you soon. Hi everyone. Bye. Welcome to my low buy year. What?